Incremental readings. So I'm pretty sure that this year, 2026, is a tipping point for SuperMemo. And now the SuperMemo legacy is on threat. I do believe this, and I'm going to tell you why. In case you're watching this video, it was recommended, just to let you know, in short, that I am an expert in incremental reading, and I have done more than 1,000 videos about it, especially using SuperMemo. And I have a close contact with the creator, Piotr Wozniak. So I will share my 2 cents here. Why the SuperMemo wall is falling. Hasn't fallen, it's in the process of falling. Every time there are fewer and fewer people using SuperMemo. Instead of the opposite, instead of increasing, it's decreasing. Why is happening? The best analogy is the umbrella. I'm going to go back here by the end of the slide. So you know that incremental reading is like a proper noun for a method or collections of methodologies, if you want to call it like this, by Piotr Wozniak, who also created the computational space repetition. Incremental reading is just an evolution, a superset of this. So Piotr Wozniak has spent all his life optimizing human memory. A pioneer. I'm not discussing this. But there's a usability barrier that, okay, I want to use the method of incremental reading, but the tool implementing incremental reading is complex, is Windows only, the interface is a huge barrier for the average Joe. And on top of that, we have the implementation log. To summarize everything, you may have the newer versions of the algorithms, and not that recent, like SuperMemo 15, more than a decade ago, 18, 19, up to 20, the recent one, provide the science and results. You really learn a lot with the least amount of time. So you learn most out of the time you allocate. It's the best deal. So the science is there. But the user experience and the user interface is creating a filter, like the umbrella. In this case, the umbrella, what you want is to repel, to avoid the water. You want to avoid getting wet. In this case, it's positive. But SuperMemo gets this as negative, because they are repelling their users. I want to use your method, but not your tool. Then on top of that, the user-based, so that's what the company does, to simplify, what the users respond is that they don't care about SuperMemo. So they read about the theory of SuperMemo, his research, but they don't adopt SuperMemo. They adopt other tools. Before, those tools were not incremental reading. So it was lossy. They were sacrificing. It was a trade-off. But with the new tools, we will see this is no longer true. The best analogy is the ghost town. There has been a lot of SuperMemo users, a lot of people who bought SuperMemo, but just a tiny fraction of those people are actually using it. The attrition rate is crazy high, 99%, and I'm pretty sure that if I had access to the numbers, it will be higher. Most people who ever tried SuperMemo, they only did it for 1 or 2 days. Even people who spend time, effort, and even extra money with private tutoring, they still moved on. Not because they want to move on from the method, incremental reading, because they want to move from the tool. They rely on the steep learning curve. It's also a syncretic workflow. I want to do it this way. Oh no, you trigger a lot of bugs because it was not meant to be used this way, or it's not implemented to begin with. So you're forced to the flow of its creator. And as a consequence, a lot of people, it might be including you, you just moved on. And that's about it. Then, what's happening now is that the incremental reading from extremely niche can become mainstream. Mainstream in the sense like what Anki is mainstream at this level, I mean. The mainstream adoption has already started. Because now you have other software, other apps that are replicating incremental reading. They offer a frictionless integration. You don't have the technical limitations in SuperMemo that I want to have this flow, and it'll be possible at some degree. It's so tedious. Implementation, it's so crude, so limited and rudimentary that defeats its purpose entirely. And you have to wait a lot of time for updates. Like now, SuperMemo 20 has added formulas, support, and PDF. So late, and a lot of stuff still is not there. Those apps, albeit now are very young, they are being updated super frequently. And the other is the fluid ecosystem. You want your reading and flashcard environments to be unified. That, okay, now if I am a RepNote user, I will use the RepNote add-on, and I can have everything there. That you are an Anki user, you can use Incremental add-on and stay on Anki. So you have the entire flow on the same platform. It's not that I do SuperMemo just for this, then I export the cards in Anki, and I only read or I only review flashcards. Because I do use SuperMemo because I have no replacement. Some users did this. They had no other choice. Not anymore. We have tools. We have new tools. The most recent ones are listed here. And most of them are open source. Not all of them. For instance, Quail or Quail Reader, it's not open source, but specializes as phone app. The focus is on the phone. They will release in their roadmap is a plan to release a desktop app. Folio is the opposite. Is a desktop native app, and then it's planned to release a companion app on the phone. And you have any flavor: desktop app, phone app, web-based, which could be self-hosted, by the way, or add-on of an existing software. Most of them are open source, meaning that people can contribute to that. But regardless of if it's open source or not, those alternatives can match the efficiency of SuperMemo, but they drastically outperform in usability. Because in short, they are modern. SuperMemo is a stack on the 90s. Many different windows, many buttons, many options in the menus, not intuitive at all of those, right? So I could summarize that this thread for the SuperMemo legacy has 3 stages. Now we are in the replication stage. They are trying to replicate incremental reading to the point that it's enough that you can call it incremental reading. It satisfies the minimum definition of incremental reading. I have a video on that if you want more details. There will be the independence in the sense that, I don't have just the free memo for videos, and that's about it, like something specific about my flow. No, it has, okay, I can just replace SuperMemo and use this other app instead. And then convergence, that you will have different flavors. If those apps were ice cream, you'll have, this is vanilla, this is mint, this is chocolate, whatever. But at the end of the day, they are all ice cream. So now change ice cream with incremental reading. Yeah, you have incremental reading with the touch of RepNote. So you have portals, all of those features that are quite unique at some degree from RepNote. Or you have more the graphic or the personal knowledge management kind of thing layer. So I'm pretty sure that what you will have niches, but one will become the mainstream, the reference, the next SuperMemo, basically. So the feature of incremental reading is already here. It's no longer future. The present already exists. You have accessibility. Now incremental reading is user-friendly. You can have the habit to do incremental reading every single day, Because now it's not a complex science project like SuperMemo that I had to do a course that just the first layer is 40 hours, just the watch time of the videos. Then your time to get familiar with the app yourself, try it yourself, and so on. It's a big deal. It requires a lot of commitment, a lot of time and patience. But SuperMemo was adding more difficulty in the process. Now it's the opposite. Now the software is more intuitive, it's easier, more convenient to use. You have the integration. Then you have connected ecosystems. Just forget about open algorithms. This is just an extra. In the sense that, hey, I am a RepNode user. You can use RepNode and have incremental reading. I want to import, I don't know, I'm a researcher. I use Zotero. I want to cite sources. You can do that with those tools. Whatever you may think, oh, I want to use, or I'm a user of Readwise, Reader, whatever. Here you go, you have the integration. And then we have universality. No, it's no longer SuperMemo that is Windows only, and only certain range of versions, by the way. Now it's agnostic to this. You're a Mac user, here you go. You don't have to run a virtual machine for Windows, whatever. You're a Linux user, here you go. You're a phone or a tablet, whatever, it's supported. And more importantly, is redundancy for the workflow, more or less the opposite of idiosyncratic workflow. That you want to do it in a different way that is designed by the author, let's say. It's possible. Oh, I want first to do brainstorming, then I read, or whatever. I want to say anything specific. It's supported, meaning you can achieve the same result in many different ways. And different flavors, different personalities, and whatever. SuperMemo was very targeted to certain personality traits. If you didn't have those, you will have to mold to that workflow, and that was a deal breaker, right? So that's what I mean. So the feature is here already. What's not here is the community. Yeah, you have the SuperMemo community, which is kind of dying. The Reddit has always been dead. The Discord community is there, but the activity is every time it's lower. Fewer people are there. The exchange is lower. There are no voice chats anymore in the last year. And the only few is because I forced those, basically, myself. I have been in the community since almost the beginning. For more than 6 years. I have read every single comment there is there. So what I have done is, hey, shoot, it's about incremental learning and incremental learning. Incremental reading is like the default or the copyrighted word. It's like the coined word for the method, but it's at the end of the day, it's incremental learning. It's not just the reading. You can apply this to brainstorming, problem solving, audio and video, not just text, whatever. And that's what I thought. Let me create a community for incremental learners. So regardless of the tool you use, there's this community for you. If you identify yourself as an incremental reader, there is a community just for you. So that's the idea. You want to share the insights, learn from other users, and so on. Here you go, you can do it. Oh, that you're a RepNode user, I am a SuperMemo user, is irrelevant, because at the end of the day, it's just the method. And then you can have tool-specific discussions. Oh, no, I want to talk specifically of free memo. Oh, no, about SuperMemo, or whatever. There's a space for this. This is just the beginning, so this community will be shaped with people who get in, basically. But this is the start. That's the working logo, by the way. That doesn't matter the color reference. That doesn't matter the flavor of your ice cream. The tool you're using for incremental reading is about incrementalism and about collaborative effort. You learn from others, basically. That has been my 2 cents. I'm Guillem Palau. I live for incremental reading. I have been running this channel, more than 1,000 videos, primarily with SuperMemo because there was nothing else. Not anymore. Thus now you see a different branding, and now it's called, now this channel is called Incremental Learning Labs, because it's about incremental learning, not about any specific tool. So from now on, you can also expect I will cover other tools, not just SuperMemo. So incremental learning is my calling. I will do it for life. But what could not be for life, it's a tool. In this case, SuperMemo. So nothing more to add. See you in the community, incremental learners, and see you incrementally.